Oh my goodness. Hey guys, gals, how many fast and non-offensive dicks out there? Honestly, today I'm feeling pretty accomplished. And honestly, I feel like you should do, because I know that for a lot of people, including myself, all of us have kind of had a crazy last couple of weeks. I know it wasn't only me, because I kind of felt that all of our greater community has had something a little spontaneous to do, and while it was fun, it kind of threw a lot of things out of balance and order. So there is some chaos for a minute, and people were freaking out. And I was one of those people, trust me. I mean, I was kind of having a little creative crisis, and it wasn't about, what to do. It was kind of about when to do it. It was a scheduling issue, really. Between all the things that I've started doing just to have fun in a day, and, all the things that I wasn't maybe doing before and didn't affect my schedule for our YouTube channel that we have. And I know that tons of other people have had the same happen to them, whether if it's got YouTube or social media, rights outside of them as well, to do with it, or just not. Like, if it's just, oh, well, I gotta read this book before I get back to school, or I gotta do this work for, work, obviously. I know a lot of people have felt, out of whack, and so have I, because honestly, it's the end of the summer, so everybody's kind of writing that woo-woo over around here, but I also kind of feel like it's just, a worldwide thing. I know, I feel like this week has, last couple of weeks have been challenging for many different reasons, and that is maintaining me, I guess, because it's all due to scheduling. I don't know, but I feel like we've all kind of felt this shift where we all had our lives figured out. Life was being neat, it was great, and then bam, in 2-ish or 3-ish weeks or so, everything gets knocked out of order, and all of us are screaming, because it's wait, what? We've just found ourselves out of some really dark time, and now this is happening? Wait, why? And it's is my world turning upside down? What did I do? Is it collapsing? And it's well, everything has to collapse so then it can grow, because hey, if it collapsed, then it's no longer sturdy enough to carry all of the weight that you put on it, Structurally speaking, it's just not good for you anymore. You've gotten better, and you need bigger things. You need things with a better structure. Maybe, sure, your structure was good then, and it's still maybe a good structure for somebody else, but now you're better than that. Now you have more than that. Now you require a tower or castle with a more stable hold for you. It might work for some other people still, but hey, if it's not working for you anymore, you just gotta move on. It's not really your fault. You've just gotten better. And that's a great thing. We've all gotten better, and we can apply that everywhere. To editing and writing. I mean, trust me, I've gotten way better at doing that kind of stuff. But my process is a lot more complicated now, which is why I need to cut down on the amount of videos I make per week. Instead of making, 4 videos per week, plus I Hope Love Show, so that's 5 videos a week. Instead of doing that, I cut it down to just doing 3 videos a week, which makes my life a lot easier, because it takes a whole lot of time to put an edit together for me now, just because I want it to really make sense and be beautiful and burst full of colors. And same thing applies with doing comic dubs or AUs. on our channel. So, yeah. And with writing, I write more and more. Every single chapter and every single page. You have to understand when sometimes you're not getting stuff done as fast as you used to. It's actually because you're getting faster at it and you're getting better at it, which just means it's going to take a lot longer because you're doing a lot cooler things. You're taking your time to really perfect and hone on these details that you weren't really once were. And I guess it takes a little more. You give more effort, so it's going to take some more time. And you're okay with that. We're all okay with that. But now we just have to change our schedules around and help harmonize our life with that, which I know can be very chaotic. But as soon as we do, and we have that overall understanding that, A, it's not you, it's not your fault that all of this fell down, it's just time for you to move on. Like, not even move on, just move forward. You have so much more to offer and give people in life, and this structure is not for a level 4 kingdom. It's for a level 3 kingdom, you know? You need to move forward. Get a new castle. It's okay. It's okay, because that old one doesn't have enough space for all of the things that you've picked up and learned. It doesn't. It has enough space for others, so they can just come in and fix it up, or they could just build theirs from the ground up if they like, but, not for you anymore. Get a new house, okay? It is what you need at this point. And it's not your fault. You've just grown out of it. You've gotten better. And when we think like that, and we remember that every single day, that if you don't get something done as quick as you used to, it's probably because you're not bad at it or terrible. It's just because you've gotten better, which means there's more to do. There's more effort to give, and you have more to give. So the story may take longer to write, but guess what? There is more words in it now. There's more words in your fanfiction. There's more words in your essay. Okay? Yes, your essay for whatever may have a word limit, but A, if you go over it by a bit, it's not that bad. And A, if you reach it, if you get closer to reaching it than you did last time, then A, that's even better. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're a terrible writer for going back and fixing grammatical mistakes, because in the past, you didn't do it. Okay? I assure you, just like me, you were like, the bad boy is done. Let's just save it and publish it. It's done. It is done. It is done. We don't ever have to look back at it again. It's done. And I mean, honestly, kind of used to be the same thing with some YouTube videos. When you don't take your time on edits, things can go wrong because edits are very based on time. A lot of things with comic dubs and AUs, when you voice comics, those aren't always so much about timing that it is just about getting your voice right and going back and re-recording. Now, at the end, it's all about timing. So, once you're done, you're done. But with an edit, if there's one part just in the middle that's a little off, it messes up the whole entire thing. And at that point, that means you have to go over and fix the whole entire thing. And dubs and AUs are, of course, kind of like that, but not to the extent that edits are. And I think, you learn pretty much early on that everything is about timing. And if you don't time things right, according to whatever formula that you came up with, then you need to go back before you press the done and send in and submit button. Because if you don't, you're not going to be happy. Let me tell you, tons of times I've just been like, I've uploaded things, right? And I'm like, ooh, that's great. And then sometimes I upload things and it's like, I don't like this. Why? Because it could be better. And that is also because it's not that me in the future would say that. It's me in the present saying that makes you know that I made a few careless mistakes at that moment that kind of ruined it for me. And it's like, well, we'll do it again next time. We'll do it better. But I'll tell you for sure, the thing that makes me and should make us all feel the most accomplished is when we go back to see our older work and we're like, oh my gosh, it's not flawed, it's not terrible, it's not bad, and I understand the story. All I wish was that we took a little more time to edit. That if we took some time to make this make more sense and make this more clear and, precise and more concise for people, then they would really, really understand it. I have actually done that with my writing millions and millions of times. And, whatever the teacher's advice is that they give you, it's good. But reading your own stories and going back, at the moment, yeah. But reading your own stories and going back and editing them is the best thing you could ever do. Sure, pure edits are amazing, but you editing your own work from 1 month ago is the best thing ever. I'm not even kidding. It will get you an A in school. I've done it before. It works. And it may be because, honestly, peers don't actually get what you're always trying to say, but you do. So when you're 1 month later, you haven't seen it, and you're like, okay, I understand what you meant me, but you didn't convey it in the right way. Let's just fix that. Okay, and if you apply those things to your new paper or to your new edit, it makes things a lot better. So, yeah, peer editing is amazing, but sometimes you're just going back a month ago and being like, it could have been done better had I given it more time and thought. I feel like that's the best thing of all, because when you do that, then you've gotten better. It's also sometimes way better than a peer edit, not to come down on peer edits and editing, but sometimes you just need to not look at what you're going to turn in for a week. If you have that type of time, go back and read it and redraft the whole entire thing in little sidebars and notes, and then just rewrite it. If you go back 100 times and you draft it, it makes it flow and it will work. Trust me. I've done it a million times and it works out more than just fine. It's amazing. And I think that's really the amazing thing about accomplishing things. You always go back in time and you find something so awesome. Whether it's in your art or your writing portfolio or in your editing, cinematography, tons of things that you could just, go and look back at. And you're like, oh, that's so cute. Remember when we were younger and remember we did this and remember how we made it so much better now. And it's like, oh, you only made a couple mistakes. Oh, you're so cute. Oh my gosh, we're so much better now. Remember when we did this and that? And it not only warms your heart in a nostalgic type of feeling, but it lets you know that you're more than okay. You're more than just fine. You're doing more than all right. You're doing amazing. You're doing great. Because you've accomplished so many things and you've gotten better. And that thing, getting better, growing older, doing it over and over again and seeing new things with age and time, that's the best type of accomplishment out there. Don't let anybody ever, and I mean ever, take that away from you. Whenever you do it, enjoy it. Because it's worth being enjoyed for. It's worth living. It's worth being. So I'll see you next time. Peace.